The Heart She Holler. Adult Swim has always been known for its late-night terrifying ads and specials such as unedited footage of a bear, crooked rot, and several of the dark infomercials that air around 4 a.m. It seems that the network loves to prey on those night owls barely dozing off. This ad in particular is probably amongst some of Adult Swim's most terrifying work. The 30-second commercial features a pale white woman laughing hysterically. She has white hair, totally whited out eyes, and dark red lips which frame rotting teeth. Her laugh seems to get worse and worse as the ad goes on and a blood splatter starts to form which spells out "The Heart She Holler." This is of course the title for an Adult Swim series, and this ghostly woman is Meemaw from the show. The Heart She Holler is a dark comedy that has been labeled as Southern Gothic. The series itself is full of pretty unsettling imagery, but this ad completely wins for being overall terrifying, especially considering that it probably aired very late at night. Baby secret. Every couple of years, we are blessed to see a new toy for children enter the market that either is completely ridiculous on its own, or it has a horrible commercial that comes with it. From the doll that laughs like a demon, to the doll that poops like a human, all the way to the internationally feared Furbies, toy companies just seem to keep having public blunders. This particular baby doll was released in 1965 and was called the Baby Secret Doll. The idea was that little girls could share their secrets with the adorable doll, and in return the doll would also share its secrets. The idea doesn't sound so bad, but unfortunately there's no ways to avoid making a whispering doll creepy. The baby's doll's lips would actually move as it whispered phrases such as, "I want to tell you something," "I can only tell you my secrets," and other generic phrases for the
Mattel's new baby secret. She whispers, just to you. Her lips really move.
I want to tell you something.
It's almost unbelievable.
Over the years, not only has this commercial gained popularity for being one of the creepiest doll ideas ever patented, but also for past owners of Baby Secret to share some terrifying tales of the whispering doll. People have shared stories that the doll would often say phrases and then never say them again. The thought of the doll would keep them up at night as they thought every whisper in the night was the baby trying to communicate. And of course there are tales of the owners finding recording devices in the doll, but there's been no proof of that one. Well, there haven't been any crazy archived cases of the doll killing entire families. It's pretty easy to picture something like that happening. The best thing that toy companies can do is just stop making talking dolls. Not only are they terrifying on their own, the media has twisted talking and moving dolls into adorable little things from hell. The Undeading. Published in October 2012 by the Heart and Stroke Foundation, this commercial features a woman in a post-apocalyptic zombie wasteland fighting to survive. The Halloween-themed commercial was filled with disgusting rotting corpses chasing this woman through dead city streets, as well as some pretty cool gory fight scenes. This woman suffers a heart attack during her fight to stay alive and not be eaten. The creepy and grotesque zombies immediately went into rescue mode and began to save the woman's life. A zombie dressed as a doctor calls 911 while another living corpse performs CPR. As this happens, tips for saving someone from a heart attack or stroke come on screen. This video seems innocent enough, just the Foundation's fun way of getting everyone into the spirit of Halloween and saving lives. But things get pretty dark when the woman awakens from her state and peers at the zombies that just saved her life, then gets eaten. Yeah, after the zombies put in all that work to save her, we find out it's just because they wanted her fresh when they devoured her. Of all the ways this commercial could have ended, the creators chose a pretty morbid way of doing it. On the bright side, this video led to a huge event in which over 5,000 people were CPR trained. PS3 baby. Again, here we see a truly creepy commercial involving a baby doll. As if dolls aren't creepy enough when they're sitting silently in the corner, the media manages to make them even more chilling every day. This ad for the PlayStation 3 features an empty white room with a PS3 on one end and a naked baby doll on the other end. The doll is sitting upright and is facing the console directly. The camera zooms in towards the baby, then closer to the console before cutting quickly backwards towards the doll who opens its eyes abruptly. The doll then opens its mouth and lets out a simple baby blah blah noise. Then the commercial starts to quickly pick up as the doll lifts an arm, laughs, and blinks quickly. The movements the doll makes are very lifelike, and it's clear the plastic infant is sentient, so we've already met a horrifying peak to this ad. The baby's mouth moves in unnatural movements, and several noises come out of it, such as manly psychotic laughs. Tears fall from the doll's eyes as warfare can be seen in the reflection. The tears are sucked back into the eyes, and the baby says mama as we see the PS3 floating from the ground. Dark and lonely water. Again, this PSA aims to scare its viewers into remembering the message it's sending out. The only problem here is that this commercial's audience was mostly young children, and those that remember the ad claim it affected them deeply for several years following. The ad features a cloaked figure, likely meant to resemble the Reaper. A slow and creepy narration explains that this is the spirit of dark and lonely water.
I am the spirit of dark and lonely water, ready to trap the unwary, the show-off, the fool, and this is the kind of place you'd expect to find me.
This figure hangs out near open bodies of water where children play. The first child is reaching for a ball that fell into a pond of some kind, and the figure is off in the distance just before the child falls in and assumably drowns.
Come on, come on.
But no one expects to find me here. It seems too ordinary. But that pool is deep. The boy is showing off. The bank is slippery.
The next child is doing something similar, hanging from a tree branch to try to reach something in the water. Off in the horizon, we can see the figure again, right before the child falls into the water.
But the unwary ones are easier still. This branch is weak, rotten. It'll never take his weight.
In the last sequence of the ad, a child is drowning in a body of water behind a dump site despite a large sign that reads no swimming. However, in this case, the child is apparently saved by friends. The figure disappears after saying, "Sensible children, I have no power over them," leaving its cloak behind.
Oh, look, there's someone in the water. Quick, use that big stick to get him out.
Sensible children. I have no power over them.
A young girl walks up and throws the cloak into the water, to which the spirit explains, "I'll be back," in a haunting and echoing voice. Even if the children watching this commercial didn't understand the references of death or the narration, they would likely make a connection between water and this terrifying figure, which would keep them away from water. Well, that was the aim of this PSA. It was also not brought through in a very educational way. It's more of an artistic approach rather than an outright explanation. Of course, plenty of children likely avoided drowning because of being scared away from water, but they were also haunted for several years of their young lives. Even seeing this as an adult is pretty creepy because of the aged quality.